Welcome to the deep dive. Ever find yourself wondering why letting go is just so hard sometimes? Well, maybe other people seem to just breeze through change.
It's a great question, isn't it?
Right, so today we're digging into exactly that, how your zodiac sign plays into this whole challenge of letting go.
Yeah, your birth chart, it's like a blueprint. It shows where you might naturally cling to the past. But the amazing part is it also points to specific tools, cosmic tools for healing and finding release.
It's like a personal roadmap to freedom.
Exactly.
And we've pulled together the top 5 signs that seem to struggle the most with this, and crucially, what cosmic remedies might help them out.
Ready to dive in?
Let's do it.
Cancer. Okay, so ruled by the moon. And the moon is all about our feelings, our memories, our roots. Cancers are the zodiac's nurturers, right? They attach so deeply. Think family, home, loved ones.
Super sentimental, too.
Totally. And underlying that is often this deep fear of abandonment. So letting go, for them, it can feel like losing a limb almost, like tearing away part of their soul.
That sounds intense. And for listeners wondering, how does this show up in a chart? We'd often look for the moon actually in Cancer, or maybe in the 4th house. That's the house of home and roots.
Right. Or sometimes you'll see the moon getting some challenging energy from planets like Saturn, which brings tests, or Rahu, which adds intensity.
So what helps Cancer then?
Well, focusing on moon energy is key. Things like chanting the Chandra Bij mantra, that's Om Shram Shram Sam Sa Chandraya Nama. It sounds complex, but it's like tuning into the moon's vibration, helping balance those emotions. Gemstones like moonstone or pearl can also be really soothing. And water release rituals, simple things like writing down what you need to release and dissolving it in water. It really works with their watery nature.
Makes sense. All right, moving from that deep, nurturing water to something a bit different. Scorpio.
Oh, yeah. Scorpio, intensity is the word here, ruled by Mars action, energy, but also Pluto transformation, power.
They don't bond, do they?
Not at all. When they trust, it's like soul deep. So letting go, especially after they feel betrayed, can feel like a kind of death to them, a real dismantling.
Which is probably why they sometimes get that reputation for holding grudges.
Exactly. The house Scorpio naturally relates to deep secrets, transformation, shared energy.
So how do Scorpios manage that intensity when it comes to letting go?
It's about channeling it, directing that powerful energy. Mantras can help, like the Hanuman Chalisa, which is about strength and devotion, or the Mars Bij mantra, Om Kram Krim Kram Sapamaya Nama. Stones like red coral or garnet can resonate too, but honestly, for Scorpio, often real release comes from deep shadow work, really looking at the hidden parts of themselves that drive those intense attachments. That's where the freedom lies.
That's deep work. Okay, next. Let's talk about the dreamers. Pisces.
Pisces. Probably the most emotionally absorbent sign of the zodiac. Ruled by Jupiter, which gives expansion, but also Neptune illusion, dreams, fog sometimes.
So they can get lost in their own world a bit.
Very much so. They often struggle to accept reality when it's harsh. They tend to idealize relationships. So letting go feels like shattering a beautiful dream.
They soak up everyone else's feelings too, right? That can make things confusing.
Definitely. In a chart, you might see Neptune making a tricky aspect to the moon, or maybe lots going on in the 12th house, the house of the hidden, the unconscious, or just a prominent Pisces moon or Venus.
So for Pisces, it sounds like grounding is key.
Absolutely. Grounding is crucial. Jupiter remedies can help, like chanting Om Brim Brihaspati Nama, connecting them to wisdom, a bigger picture. Guided meditations are great for helping them sort out what's real versus what's internal. Even just being near the ocean, that watery connection can be really soothing. And creative outlets, art, music, using creativity to process that grief is super powerful for Pisces.
Okay, interesting. Now, number 4 might surprise some people because they seem so solid.
Right, Taurus. Ruled by Venus, so they love beauty, comfort, pleasure, but they're also a fixed earth sign. That means they thrive on routine, stability, things they can touch and rely on.
Changes.
Not even close. They deeply resist stepping into the unknown. Letting go feels fundamentally unsafe. They can become quite possessive or just stubbornly loyal, sticking with things way past their sell-by date because it feels familiar.
In a chart, maybe Venus having a hard time with Saturn or Rahu, or lots happening in the 2nd house of possessions or the 7th of partnerships.
Exactly that.
So what helps Taurus loosen that grip a bit?
The Venus Bij mantra, Om Dram Dream Dram Sa Shukraya Nama, can help balance that desire for stability with, life's natural flow.
Right.
And elemental work, like literally walking barefoot on grass, gardening, grounding, but in the present moment.
Ah, okay.
And it's worth noting, understanding big astrological transits like Uranus currently moving through Taurus Uranus is all about shakeups and change that can help a Taurus see these shifts as necessary nudges.
Okay, our final sign known for holding on tight. Capricorn.
Yes.
Great.
Ruled by Saturn, the planet of structure, responsibility, karma, they often seem quite reserved, maybe even a bit cold on the surface.
But they hold on tight underneath.
Their self-worth can be really tangled up with their achievements, their responsibilities. Letting go can feel like admitting defeat, losing control, or failing in their duty.
And that Saturn influence means they might suppress the emotions instead of processing them.
Precisely. Showing vulnerability can feel like weakness. That conjunction really amplifies emotional restraint.
So remedies for Capricorn.
Chanting the Saturn mantra, Om Sham Shanitaraya Nama, especially on Saturdays, helps them work with that disciplined energy. Karmic release work can be powerful too.
Like what?
Like writing letters to past versions of themselves, outlining old burdens or responsibilities, and then maybe ceremonially burning them. It acknowledges the past but releases it. And daily journaling, that structure really appeals to them as a way to process feelings methodically.
That makes a lot of sense. What's really hitting me here is astrology isn't just describing the problem, is it?
Not at all. That's the beauty of it. Your chart shows why you hold on. Maybe it's a Saturn lesson, maybe a deep moon wound, but it also holds the keys to unlock that grip. It shows your specific path to peace.
Exactly. So if you're out there listening and you struggle with letting go, the invitation isn't to fight your nature. It's to understand it. Look at your chart, see the patterns, and then work with those cosmic energies, not against them.
It's about aligning, not resisting.
Right. Healing definitely takes time. We all know that. They can illuminate your personal path through whatever storm you're weathering towards finding that freedom.
That's a really beautiful way to put it.
Until next time, keep exploring your own amazing cosmic blueprint.